it's Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for Thursday, October 15th. And today's a little bit different energy. Still positive, still uplifting, still moving you forward, but I think we're adding a little bit more momentum through challenge today. And to me, what jumped off the page, and there's a lot of energy on here, but for me, when I looked at it, Mercury in Libra is quincunxing Neptune and Pisces today. And I think there's going to be a conversation or perhaps a legal matter that comes up for some of you that may force you to make a very important decision. And this decision is going to make you feel uncomfortable because it's almost like you're not ready for the decision that needs to be made. Perhaps you're going to get some news or something that will jolt you into a mindset, and it will feel, you will not be comfortable in this mindset, many of you, because it's very reality based. And sometimes, I know with me, I prefer to live in a frackin' dream world all the time because it is so much better than reality 98% of the time. So for some of you, you may just get a little bit of a reality check that may not feel ideal. And this reality check is more than likely going to have to do with a conversation about something that changed everything, changed your mindset, pushed you to make some decisions moving forward. It was a painful experience. It was about maybe some coping methods that you weren't ideal in. And perhaps, today you're going to feel like you want to defend the old mindset, the old ego. And, that's not really supported. The Sun today in Libra is going to be in opposition with Uranus and Aries. So I definitely know that this has something to do with something that is core-based and deep down. It's like you're at a crossroads and you're trying to make a decision at this point. And you want to make it with an idealistic point of view. So it's almost like you have blinders on trying to make this decision. But today's reality check day, so you don't get that ability. So today, the South Node in Pisces is going to be trining the moon in Scorpio and trining Saturn in Sagittarius. I think some of you could fall back when you're trying to defend this stance, right? Some of you may fall back on that old mindset because you're not willing to say that you're wrong, or maybe you're not willing to yield to the situation, or maybe you're not willing to make the changes, or maybe this conversation or something that happened today, invokes a little fear in you. And that you're at the end of a cycle. There is a need to move forward, but you need to do this at your own pace, in your own time. You need to balance out these steps that you're taking. And if somebody is trying to push you and make you do what they want you to do, then that is not going to generate the result that they hope to make. And maybe it's you. Maybe you're trying to push somebody into a mindset because they hurt you in the past. And, what they did was very unjust and very cruel to you. And so you want to control the situation now, and you want to, it's like you're never going to get hurt again. You don't want to be disappointed again, and you don't want fear again. So you're holding back from learning the lesson of this particular, the transits that you went through. Knowing that you're at the end of the cycle means knowing that there's also a beginning that needs to happen. And for many of you, this could be that, maybe some of you are working through some relationship issues, and, perhaps some of you need to have some very tough conversations about reality and about, your partnerships and about, you know, what it takes to make a successful union. And maybe maybe you're feeling guarded, or maybe the person that you're with is feeling very, very guarded about what happened. And, you know, it's going to make people defensive today. I would stay clear of intense conversations, or if you're involved in some sort of litigation or legal matter, today could give you a reality check in that situation, meaning you have a ramification for every action, right? And sometimes if you are living in a life of imbalance, then the universe comes in and finds a way to balance you out. And sometimes that's through just causes, right? Through the legal system, you know, like if some of you, you know, ran out on your family and you're in the middle of a legal dispute over child support and kids, it's like, reality check, you know what? You lose things. You lose monetary values. You lose time with children. And so there's a balancing out of that. And it's almost like you would rather keep blinders on than really deal. But today is not going to be a day that supports that. Now, flip side of that, that's the negative energy that can come in today, and that can happen. But for some of you, today is going to be a very easygoing day. If you guys are moving forward, if you are ascending, if you are seeing potential in your life, and maybe these flashbacks you use as learning tools, or maybe a tough conversation you see as a way to awaken your insight on that particular area, then today is going to be a lovely day. I mean, it really can. We have beautiful sextiles again. Saturn's in a terrific mood. No obstacles from Saturn. Saturn really wants to support fair and just conversations, right? Where you consider all. If you are in a partnership and you are trying to resolve some issues and you are trying to start over, there needs to be some acknowledgement about the past pain or something that may have been done to somebody that was not right, right? And acknowledging that and being sorry for it is a way of changing the karmic outcome of that particular issue. And that is when Saturn's going to come in and just bless the snot out of you and say, you know, that's exactly what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. And, you know, you've been ego-based and you haven't been listening, but rock on, this is exactly what I've been trying to do. If you're holding back, if you're holding on to old ego, and if you're looking at the end of a cycle as the end of happiness or end of positive outcomes, and you know you're at the point where you need to make a decision to piss or get off the pot basically, and you just don't fracking want to, you know, today could be a rough day. There could be somebody could have an opinion about your stance on something that you consider, frankly, maybe none of their business, or maybe it makes you angry, or maybe they're not understanding what goes into that request that they're making, and you know, and they're not looking at both sides of the situation, and that can cause an ego-based reaction. But you're smart, and even if you are caught in these negative energies and it is an ego-based reaction and you don't identify yourself with the old ego, but there are ramifications for having an old ego, then I think today is a day to acknowledge you were that person. You know, you did these things, this, you know, and hold yourself accountable and take the blinders off and move forward. And you can be hesitant and slow, and you can, there's an awakening happening. Allow yourself that. And if somebody is pushing you to do something that is outside your comfort zone, and I'm thinking it could be something having to do with a heart-based situation, then table it. You know, when energy is really intense and I'm caught in a square or a quincunx type energy where I know I'm in the lower vibration of that, and my Aries moon wants to come out and kick a little ass, I see, because I know the trigger of when my moon gets set off. And, you know, you have a moon in Scorpio today, and that moon is working in your South Node, trining your South Node. So you could have some problems with old ego issues. Don't slip backward, right? We're talking about gorgeous sextiles. We're talking about moving forward. We're talking about ascension. We're talking about a new beginning. We don't got time to hash out every little thing that happened in your past. Acknowledge it, say you're sorry, and move forward. Make new plans. Have wonderful, enlightening conversations with those that are near to your heart. Or if somebody, say you have a creative endeavor that you're working on, and somebody gives you some really terrible advice, or there's a legal ramification that you hadn't thought of and you get smacked on the butt. They're learning tools, right? Their opposing opinion is sometimes great because it allows you to look at a different perspective, or maybe it shows you just how strong you feel about making that change. These are good things. Opposition is good. Quincunx bad. Quincunx bad, bad, bad. So this reality check hits you, you have this tough conversation, and, you know, it knocks your balance off, then you know what? You don't need to have that conversation right now. Wait for energy to be better. Just say, you know what? I'm going to table this conversation, or go get some legal, go get some legal advice from somebody who is, you know, in that field, or, go get some different perspectives of people that are clearly on your side and have your best interests at heart and aren't trying to make you accountable. And don't let old ego slip into this, because we're moving away from that. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.